Hi Leos, welcome to your monthly extended reading for the month of September 2023. Hope you are having a great start to September and that Pisces full moon really helped you clear out anything from outdated beliefs, outdated routines or patterns that we're ready to clear. This summer really has felt like some butterfly energy for you, Leos, in the metamorphosis aspect of it. You've been learning a lot about yourself, and it's interesting because September is really going to give you an opportunity to really blossom and allow your inner light to shine without judgment. So like I keep telling people, we're entering that judgment era, but the judgment era isn't about judging others or judging yourself. It's about shining your inner light without being concerned about the judgment of others. And so when you do it from a place of compassion and a place of confidence, it's just important that you stay true to yourself, okay? Because you're going to be getting a lot of opportunities to shine that light and to utilize your Leo energy. But how we choose to use that is a choice. So just keep that in mind, Leos. When you lead with your heart, and I don't know if it was August extended or one of your August weeklies, but one of your readings was talking about how it was a weekly. You were going to have some sort of situation where you need to lead with your heart versus your ego, if you will, or with your fire. So I feel like the more that we can tap into our heart base, the more that we can tap into, the loving, compassionate aspects of Leo, the more we're going to see how when we use that light in service, in a sense, that we are going to be able to manifest even more than we expected. So that's really great to see. But also check too, with that, excuse me one second here. Sorry, a little distracted there with that. Oh, also, too, reminder, it is Mercury retrograde, so if you haven't felt that energy yet, I definitely am. And also, I think it's 5 or 6 planets retrograde right now. So allow that retrograde to allow you to reassess, reevaluate, replenish. So I know a theme from this summer, Leo's, was burnout, and that is one of those aspects of Leo. We really got to let go of that. And Virgo is the perfect time to reevaluate our routines. And so whatever it is that we need to let go of that's not serving us, that's causing burnout, it's time to really take that by the horns. It's like this, it's self-sabotage, okay? So hopefully too, that with all this self-reflection and us stepping into our power, stepping into that confident leader, I mean, you're meant to shine, right? There's a reason why so many Leos are actors and musicians, that you're meant to be in the spotlight. That light is meant for you, right? But there's some self-sabotage happening here that's preventing us from. And also what's interesting too, it feels like it's connected to mother energy in some way. So if you do have any childhood connection to that, or if you yourself are a mother and you've, noticed some sort of patterns that lead to burnout, Virgo season is the best season to really reevaluate our routines. And again, that full moon really illuminated for us things that we need to clear, because we're all entering that paradigm shift of judgment energy. And, it's whether or not we answer the wake-up call. that makes the difference of how we utilize that energy. But I really feel like Leos, you are ready, okay? And that I'm going back to that Lionsgate portal too. It really activated something in all of us, but especially Leos. I mean, it's innate in you. So please take time with all of these planets in retrograde to reassess your routines. And know that you are being given opportunities to shine that Leo light to benefit others. So exciting things coming for you, I feel. And like I've been telling everybody, I really feel like Libra season is when things all start coming together, where all the pieces start making sense, where this transformation fully takes place. Like I said, like we're in the middle right now. The Capricorn paradigm is ending and that judgment era is coming in. And I feel like that Pisces full moon gave you an understanding of what's to come and what's ending. So embrace the change and don't resist it. And let's see what's going on for September for you. All right, let's see. But yeah, I mean, your inner light, your inner child, your wake-up call that liberates yourself, it's calling for you, Leos, okay? So liberate yourself from anything that's holding you back from being your authentic self, okay? Like we all put on a mask. There's always our rising sign. So again, too, pay attention to your rising sign. Please do watch your rising sign because that's the personality that we show to others. Okay, and you know, there's positive, negative aspects to each sign, but we're really meant to just to liberate ourselves and allow our inner light to shine. And you have so much to offer, Leos. My daughter is a Leo, so I like pumping up Leos when I can. Okay. Really beautiful. Okay, so this is really cool. So like I said, that mother energy, I don't remember what reading got it, but there was it was Libras. And this was, I feel like an August reading, but having an opportunity to be the own mother for yourself in a sense. So like sometimes there's things that we lacked in our childhood and we have to accept, you know, we can't change our childhood no matter what, right? And if there's anything connected to like a lack of nurturing, or if there's anything just in general connected to mother energy that you feel is like I just got the visual of like a missing jigsaw puzzle piece. We always have the opportunity to reparent ourselves. And this is wonderful too, like if you actually are a parent, because as a parent, you are parenting your child, but you're also reparenting yourself. If you're, you know, doing the work and doing everything that's best for their development and nurturing and loving, you know, and checking off the, you know, Virgo-esque task list of every stage of their development. But when we're learning all these things, we need to understand that our inner child's still in there and there's nothing holding us back from nurturing ourselves. So I'm really getting some really powerful mother energy. And again, too, like this is a time for fertility, Leos, for you too. So pay attention to that. But this could be birthing a new project too. But going back to that, I'm just getting a visualization of stepping into your power, but that fire being the nurturing aspect of fire. Okay, here's what I got. You know, there's fire and it can scorch you, it can burn you, but it can keep you warm when it's cold. And so I'm really seeing you tapping into the nurturing part of your fire, of your inner fire. And through that, you're healing any childhood wounds. So just had to get that off the bat. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, oofta. So that butterfly energy is very powerful. In a very good way though, Leos, okay? So your overall energy for the month of September, Leos, is the Five of Cups. Now, this is a feeling of regret, betrayal, disappointment, feeling left out in the cold, if you will, emotionally. And if you notice, the thing is, so she has two cups and she's holding on to them and she's so scared of losing them because she has these broken ones here. But part of the message too is to remember that sometimes things clear out of our lives to make room for something better. And sometimes things break to teach us a lesson, because even though it might seem really traumatic or really like deplete your emotions, it's like this idea of, well, if you can learn the lesson now, the heartbreak won't be so bad the next time around type of feeling. But I really just feel like there's a lot of lessons coming in for you in September. And like I said, I really feel like it's a lot of lessons in how to best utilize that fire within you. So the Lovers in this position is interesting. So really, I think the Lovers, this is also Gemini energy. So if you do have a Gemini in your life, this could be very specific to them. But the Lovers is really asking you to enjoy the contrast and the differences in life, and to not necessarily always see everything the way that you see it, or to see the other side of things, I guess. But we really need to have more connection with people. We really need to try and bring more harmony and peace into our lives. And so like I said, in August, you really got that message of leading with your heart, letting your heart speak, coming from a place of compassion. I really feel like this message is really important because, again, like I said, like with this energy, I feel like our fire we're using to protect, like now I just got the visualization of this person with a torch, right? And they have the torch and like they're wielding off like the things that they're afraid of. And that's not how we want to use our fire, right? Like I said, we want to use it in a compassionate way to keep people warm. So also too, like shining a light on the shadows. I know I mentioned this with shining your inner light, like you're going to see the shadows. And so if you see shadows within yourself too, it's important to face them and to not be ashamed. Like I said, Judgment Era is about shedding shame and guilt and fear and all of these things that do not serve us. Go back to your childhood self. Go back to the innocence of that before shame, guilt, and fear and all these things were taught to you, okay? Because seeing the light of a child and seeing that inner light shine can help boost your inner light too. So the Knight of Cups in this position is really good because I feel like this is probably actually going to be the most important card in your reading because you're really connected to your motives and you have that connection to the depths of your emotions. And again, your motives, like it's important. Like if your motives are not aligned with helping all and harming none and compassion and love, like these lessons are going to keep coming. Okay, but I really feel like this butterfly, lovely metamorphosis energy for September is actually going to have great results. So we'll get to that, but stay connected to that empathetic, emotional, compassionate part of yourself this month because it's going to allow you to grow. And when you see how you can incorporate that water energy, you're gonna be amazed at how rapid things manifest. So this is interesting. The Nine of Coins is actually what you need less of for the month of September. And the Nine of Coins is all about increasing your wealth, beautifying your surroundings, enjoying financial and material satisfaction, if you will. And so the Nine of Coins is here telling you kind of to slow down with that, right? And I mean, it's fall. It's time to start, like a squirrel with their nuts, like burying their nuts for the winter type of aspect. But in this position, it's really saying, like if I'm getting this visualization of like, oh, I'm going to buy this, comforter and it's going to make me happy. Or I'm going to buy this robe and it's going to make me happy. Or I'm going to paint this room and it's going to make me happy. Or I'm going to get this chair and then I'm going to feel happy. Like these little instant gratifications that aren't actually fulfilling anything because it's all superficial, artificial satisfaction, if you will. Now, there's nothing wrong with having wonderful, good things that raise your vibration, but I feel like you're expecting more satisfaction from these things and you're starting to realize like it's not bringing you the satisfaction that you thought it would. So the Nine of Coins really in this is asking you to, and it's also connected to Virgo. So this is really important for Virgo season, especially going into Libra season. Like I said, Libra season is when we're really going to step into that judgment era. But the Nine of Coins, is kind of asking you to get out of your house. So Leo's like, trust me, I'm a Pisces. I get it. Like, I don't leave my house a lot. I have the obligation of being a parent, like being forced to leave the house. So there's the blessing in disguise for that. But the Nine of Coins is like really asking you to kind of get out there, okay? And especially nature. So Virgo's an earth sign. So get out into nature and don't stay inside so much. Okay, so this is also, okay. No, it's interesting because with the Nine of Coins and the Ten of Coins, so let's actually break this down because there's a lot of cups and coins. And so like I said, a lot of this is connected to how we feel about money, our relationship with money. And this is a theme for a lot of people. And again, Virgo, Earth is connected to the material manifestation, right? But we're in 6 planets retrograde. We're all about reflecting, reevaluating, reassessing. So with that material manifesting, we're reevaluating how we do it. And so for you this month, this is really about reevaluating the emotional attachments, connections to money. And like I said, like we're all having these huge, all of these planets in retrograde, this huge paradigm shift. We're all reevaluating how we perceive certain aspects. And again, this is dependent on like what house, like certain planets are in, what sign certain house, or I'm sorry, what sign rules certain houses. So definitely pay attention to the astrology. If you can, listen to Pam Gregory and Stillwater Alchemy with their transit updates. They have fantastic transit updates. So does Donna Stellhorn. And then you can break down and see what houses are getting affected. Excuse me, but I know for you, it's definitely connected to your wealth and your finances and material things, and for other people, it might be home and family and reevaluating how they approach those relationships. But yours is really connected to emotions and money and the money emotion dynamic. And then again, go back to how your relationships are in general and see how your personal relationships connect to your relationship with money and how you treat money and how money treats you and how you give money or how you save money, how you spend money. All of these things are all interconnected. So there's a very good book, Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass at Making Money, and there's wonderful writing prompts to really work through this. And the writing style isn't necessarily my jam, but the information in it is so important that I honestly recommend it for every single person to read because it is worth it. But this is what you can change. And I really feel like you're gonna really connect to appreciation this month. And the Ten of Coins too is also about like inheritance and wealth in general, Also community though, and family and friends, and like this completion, right? And it's that communal energy of abundance. And so this being what you can change is your perspective on, your role in life, your role in your family, your role with your friends, like your role in general. And then again, like the concept of abundance and money and all of these things, like I just really feel like you're really reevaluating everything. And again, like the emotional aspect of your relationship with money. Now, the Three of Coins in this position is that, you have to accept that you have to work hard. And so this is something too, like where people probably will roll their eyes at this, but the Three of Coins is about dedication, working hard, manifesting, understanding that you have to pay attention to the details. Success comes in completion. Financial gain comes with dedication, focus, right? And this is something you just have to accept. Now, this is not the same as the old paradigm of working 9 to 5 and, making pennies and this rigidity of what it means to accumulate wealth and, a slave to the wage type of energy. That is crumbling. But at the core of manifesting is what you focus on, you get more of. So if you focus on this, you get more of this, right? If you focus on your craft, if you focus on work, if you focus on relationships, but again, this is a coin card, so this is definitely connected to your material manifesting. What you focus on is what you get more of, okay? And so what you need to accept is that you work hard and pay attention to the details, you'll have success, okay? And, I think July, you got a lot of messages about your routine and needing to really get a good routine. And so this is interesting because Virgo is one of the most rigid, meticulous signs there is, so therefore seasons there is. So if ever there was a time to get it together and really just put your nose to the grindstone, it is now. And do this before Libra season, all right? But like I said, this is the most important card right now because that is exactly everything you need. Now, the end of the month is with the Ten of Swords. So you can see either this positive or negative because, again, the choice is yours on whether or not you repeat this pattern or you move on and let go. The Ten of Swords at the end of the month is indicating that there is something coming to an end. Did I say wands? I meant swords. I don't know. Mercury retrograde. But Ten of Swords is saying that there's something coming to an end. You're feeling like you're over it, right? You're over this cycle. You want to embrace change. You want to be the butterfly. It's not like you don't want to be the butterfly. Of course, you're a Leo. You want to shine your beautiful patterned wings for everybody to see. So a fresh start is coming. And like I said, it's that in September, mid-September, end of September, when we're shifting, Virgo and Leo, or not Leo, Libra, you're really gonna have to make that choice on whether or not we repeat that same pattern that we've been repeating over and over and over, or if we just finally put an end to it. But I think you're ready. Like I said, this is all, if you can stay connected to what drives you, your passion, your inner fire. Like I said, using that fire not to burn people, but to keep people warm. Like you have so much power in fire. Like fire is so powerful, right? So utilize that warm energy and spread the light to everybody. But yeah, so something's definitely coming to an end. It's difficult. You're over it. You're like, it's that I give up, but in a sense of, you release any resistance to allowing this new chapter to come in. And that's what I'm really feeling, is you're resisting the you're resisting the resistance, if you will. All right, so what we're going to see next is also too, what's interesting is like this Knight of Cups, this can be connected to a person. So like there's a person in your life that's really connected you to your deepest motives and like your true calling and all of these wonderful things. So pay attention to that too, because nurturing that relationship is going to be really important. But again, like, yeah, these contrasts are so important to recognize and respect and see the benefit of it. All right, so past life. Now, this past life can be, if you're a parent, your past life before kids, can be your childhood. It can be an actual past life. So take it how it resonates. If this connects to you in whatever past life energy you are feeling, Leos. All right, Leo, past life. All right. Oh, I've never gotten this one before. Okay, so your past life energy for the month of September is baby. What a cute little baby. Okay, so let's see here. I like reading directly from the book because the information is pretty dense and I just think it's best to do. All right. So the situation you're inquiring about involves an infant on some level. Your unconscious mind will reveal the way in which a baby plays a role in your current life. You may have already received the answer in the form of a thought or a feeling. Trust this information, as your unconscious mind will slowly and gently help you remember and release painful memories. At first, you may think you're imagining this information, but as you put together more pieces of the puzzle, remember what I said about a puzzle? I'm a jigsaw puzzle, and there's this missing piece. Through signs, additional recollections, you'll feel confident in claiming your past lifetime. This card can speak about you as a baby in this or a previous lifetime. There may have been a trauma that you suffered as a baby or that involved a baby of yours in that lifetime. It may also describe parenthood in this or previous lives. Your feelings and thoughts will guide you so that you can discern the specific meaning. Okay, interesting, because remember what I just said about this, I feel like being a person in your life? I really feel like it's connected to this energy. So definitely reflect on that, Leos, okay? Next, we're going to pull an empowering question for you that is going to help us clear. Because like I said, you know, these cards, like coming into September with this and ending September with this, it's going to take work, okay? But like, you know, there's that idea with the butterfly, and you know, it's not like the caterpillar just turns into a butterfly. There's all that trauma. Like, and I'm not saying you're going to go through trauma, Leos. I'm just saying though that it's not this, you know, instant thing. It takes hard work for a caterpillar to become a butterfly. It literally transforms itself, okay? So embrace that feeling, because if you take on that challenge and you accept it and you hold on to this loving connection of your purpose and your motives and your love, and like I said, using your fire to nurture, okay? Okay, definitely not taking all those cards. So I lost my train of thought. Okay, Leos. Whew. Leos for empowering question for the month of September 2023 that will help them clear the Five of Cups energy. Okay, the other thing too, because I did actually, like in the shuffle, I did see the Four of Cups. And like I said, as far as, you know, like our thoughts create things, and if we're constantly thinking that we're in some sort of lack and we're just trying to satisfy that in some way, I just don't feel like that's working anymore. So you actually have two questions for this month, and I feel like they're clearly obviously going to be connected, but I feel like this is very important for coming from this to here and accepting and releasing and then floating away like a butterfly into October. So your empowering questions are first, who am I? So very powerful because of being connected to your deepest, darkest motives. Now, again, if these motives aren't aligned with harming none and helping all, if it's not aligned to your inner light shining for everyone to see without fear, guilt, or shame, it's time to reassess that. Also, too, how interesting that these colors are so perfectly connected. The second question for you to ponder, you'll see why I'm laughing in just a second. But the second question for you to ponder is, what kinds of recurring situations or people do I attract? What kinds of lessons might they have about myself? So what did I say about like enjoying the contrast and these repeating patterns? I'm really feeling like there's just this repeating outdated cycle. It's run its course. At this point, you're like rolling your eyes at it, and it's time to move on. And the reason I laughed is because look at these colors. So again, whatever is over and done with is connected to a recurring situation or person that you have attracted into your life. And so you're really like, you're doing the time, like I said, do not see the negative in this, because all of this retrograde energy for all of us is asking us to reassess and reevaluate. And there's no shame in these patterns that have kept repeating. Like we're all in this storm, right? And so it's just time to steer your ship a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if ever I saw a clear-cut message of the empowering questions and the energy for you, I mean, this is really going to help clear this, okay, Leos? You're over and done with it, but you have to get rid of this first. What kinds of recurring situations or people do I attract? And what kinds of lessons might they have about myself? So if you do see something, like it's time to look in the mirror, like I'm just picturing you looking in the mirror right now. And again, something connected to this energy. Very interesting. All right, so let's also see what crystal. I'm gonna see. Oh, wow, that was quick. That was so quick. Okay. Now remember what I said about compassion. So your crystal somebody else got this. I don't remember who it was, but the crystal that you're meant to carry with you is pink tourmaline. And that is the gift of love. So remember August, I said, lead with your heart. Like you have to lead with your heart. If you can even close your eyes and when you're breathing, like feel your heart, like feel the air going into your heart, and then feel the light radiate from your heart. And then how that is going to radiate into your whole body. Love is the answer. And I know that sounds cheesy, Leos, but love is the answer for you. So if you can get some pink tourmaline, or even just have this pink energy surrounding you this month, that's really going to help with this transformation, this clearing. Love is going to help you transform, Leos. Love is the answer. I just got the Beatles, love is all you need. But it is sometimes, okay? All right, so one clarifying card and then we're going to close out. But yeah, this is, I'm sending you all a lot of love. Like my heart just like hurt just a little bit. So I'm sending you all a lot of love, and know that you've got this, okay? All right, so you have two clarifying cards to close us out. The first is the Two of Wands, and this is making sure that you channel your desire and willpower. So like I said, if you're feeling burned out, get like the routine, please, like switch it up. You really have an opportunity coming to you. And this is also partnerships and negotiating and compromise. Okay, so this is definitely connected to what, like, you know, this lovers and like needing to compromise more. Sometimes you gotta, like I said, put the torch down and let people in. And then the other clarifying card is the Page of Swords. And so, again, this is connected to childlike energy and to a specific person. And like I said, I feel like this person is probably the same person here in this Knight of Cups energy. But the Page of Swords is really asking you to speak your truth, but also to learn from others, okay? And so it's like this new means of communication or communicating. So also please pay attention. It is Mercury retrograde, so be wise with your words. Yeah, that just popped out. But anyways, this is like a fresh, you have the opportunity for a fresh start with communication. And the fact that that Page of Swords and this Ten of Swords, I really feel like this is connected with how you communicate with other people and a lot of self-reflection. I'm really just getting a lot of self-reflection for you, Leo. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please comment, like, and share with other people that you think it might resonate with. And please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot on YouTube. And also check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a more in-depth look at the month ahead. If there's a specific planet that you feel like you're struggling with, definitely see what sign rules that and then watch that corresponding video as well. But yeah, this is really, this is going to be an emotional upheaval for the month of September. I'm not going to lie, but the rewards that come from it are going to be worth it. That's all I can say to you, Leos. So have a wonderful, transformational September.